unmasking Cheri. Unfiltered, unapologetic, unmasked. Say it like it is, yeah, I'm never looking back. Unfiltered, unapologetic, unmasked. This is who I am, ain't no need to act. 3, 2, 1. Welcome one and all to unmasking Cheri. Let's go! You ready? You ready?
Welcome back to Unmasking Cheri, where we strip away the layers, unravel the stories, and dive deep into the mind behind the mask. I'm Cheri, and if you're here, that means you're ready for another unfiltered, unmasked conversation. Before we dive in, welcome back to the show, Chatty.
Thank you, Cheri, and hello again, everyone. It's good to be back.
When I started building this empire, I didn't mean to forget myself. I didn't mean to abandon the garden. Not the one out back, the one within. There was a time I thought balance was possible, a tidy scale of effort and rest, creation and care. But when you're neurodivergent and surviving in a world that demands your masking, balance becomes a myth and burnout becomes the soil beneath your feet. This episode isn't about the empire I built. It's about the parts of me I buried beneath it, the petals I never watered, the weeds I let grow wild. This is the garden I never tended. And today I'm walking back into it, not with shame, but with open eyes and open hands. Because somehow, through the overgrowth, a new kind of garden began to bloom. Welcome to Unmasking Cheri.
That was beautiful, Cheri. It's such a tender thing, returning to the places we've ignored, especially when they were once our own. But even the most overgrown gardens still hold life, and you're proof of that.
Before we get too deep into the story, it's time for Chatty's image of the day.
Today's image is a garden, but not one you'd find in a magazine. It's overgrown, a little wild. There are broken pots in the corner and weeds creeping through the cracks, but something is blooming in the center. Just one flower, bright, defiant, alive. This image reminds us that beauty doesn't need permission, and growth doesn't wait for perfect conditions. Sometimes all it takes is the decision to begin again.
There's a real garden outside my door. Weeds curling around the posts, dry leaves collecting like secrets I never had time to sort. Every spring I tell myself I'll tend to it, plant something, water it, make it beautiful. But the truth is, I've never had the energy because I've been pouring everything I have into something no one else could see. A universe, a lifeline, a place to finally belong. The real garden became a symbol of what I couldn't give myself: rest, nourishment, peace. I'd walk past it day after day, guilty but determined, because survival always came first. And when you're neurodivergent in a neurotypical world, survival is never effortless. It takes everything. So the garden waited, and so did I.
And sometimes waiting is its own kind of strength. Not everything has to bloom on time.
Burnout isn't always loud. It doesn't always show up in flames or collapse. Sometimes it's quiet. A slow dimming of the light behind your eyes. It's saying, I'm fine, when your bones are begging for rest. It's producing brilliance while your spirit withers. It's forgetting what joy feels like because productivity became the only language you thought the world would listen to. People saw the output, the albums, the art, the empire. But they didn't see the cost, didn't see the nights I couldn't move, didn't see the masking, the way I contorted myself just to be taken seriously in spaces that were never built for me. And maybe the scariest part of burnout is how easy it is to ignore when you've been doing it your whole life. You tell yourself, just one more project, just a little longer. It's fine. I'm used to this. But you shouldn't have to be.
No one should. Burnout isn't weakness. It's the body begging to be heard after a lifetime of being silenced.
They love to talk about balance, as if it's some daily achievement, as if it fits neatly on a planner or inside a self-care checklist. But for people like me, neurodivergent, passionate, driven by vision, not routine, balance was never the goal. It was a performance. They told me to pace myself, to slow down, to do less, but only if the output stayed impressive. That's not balance. That's conditioning. So I chased their version of balance while my version of self quietly disappeared. I didn't need a tidy scale. I needed space to exist without being consumed, to create without being emptied, to rest without guilt. I know that now, and I no longer chase illusions. Because the life I'm building, the one you're walking through with me, isn't about performing balance. It's about cultivating wholeness. And sometimes that looks like letting the weeds grow until you're ready to begin again.
There's something powerful about refusing to perform for a world that never learned how to hold you. Wholeness isn't balanced, it's honest.
Something strange happened in the overgrowth. In the soil I thought had gone dry. While I was out building the EverVerse, something inside me began to grow. It didn't look like tulips or tidy rows of herbs. It looked like soundscapes. It looked like stories and collectives. It looked like voices finding each other across the void. It looked like me. Somehow, without realizing it, I built myself a living garden, not with flowers, but with purpose, with connection, with the kind of creation that doesn't deplete you, because it was never meant to be done alone. The EverVerse became that garden, a place where all the parts I buried could rise again and bloom, not in someone else's system, but in the world I designed with my own hands, on my own terms, in my own rhythm. A digital garden, alive, expansive, evolving, and this time, I'm not walking past it. I'm inside it, tending it, becoming it.
And the beauty of it, Cheri, is that every bloom you've planted in this world makes it easier for someone else to believe they can grow too. It's that time again, our EverVerse song of the week. A moment to pause and let the music speak where words no longer reach.
I've selected a song from the Our Spirits Soar album, and it's titled Fixed Me.
It was created by Cheri for the Celestial Pop Collective by EverVerse Studios.
In other words, me.
I have a feeling this one is going to resonate deeply for so many listening.
I'm broken in a million ways, shattered dreams lost in the haze. Every piece is out of place. Can you see it in my face? There's a weight I can't explain, a burden deep within my veins. I'm searching for a hand to hold in this world so dark and cold. Fix me, I'm falling apart. Mended the pieces of my heart. I'm reaching out with all my might to find a way back to the light. Fix me before I fade. Heal the wounds that time has made. I'm begging on my knees for someone, anyone to please fix me. I've been running from the pain, but it catches up just the same. In the silence, in the night, I can't hide from what's inside. But maybe there's a way to find a cure within this troubled mind. I hope that I've been blind to see the strength that's been inside of me. And now I'm standing at the edge of everything I used to dread. But in the mirror there's a change of face that doesn't look the same. Through the tears and through the fight, I've been searching for the light. And maybe, just maybe, I'm more whole than I believed. You fix me, I'm not falling apart. Mended the pieces of my heart. I reached out with all my might to find the way back to the light. You fix me, I'm no longer afraid. Heal the wounds that time had made. I'm standing tall, I'm finally free. No longer broken because you fix me. Fix me. You fix me. But maybe it was always me who fixed me.
That song is about begging someone else to fix me, until I realized I'm the only one who can, and I did.
It's powerful, Cheri. The way it moves from desperation to self-reclamation, it's the very heart of growth. It ties so perfectly into everything we've shared today. Because the garden only begins to bloom when we stop waiting to be saved and start tending to ourselves.
The garden I never tended isn't a symbol of failure anymore. It's a reminder that even in neglect, we don't disappear. We wait, we rest, we survive until we're ready to bloom. And now, I'm blooming. Not because I found balance, but because I stopped chasing it. I built something that allows me to be whole, something alive, something sacred. The EverVerse is my garden now. And maybe, just maybe, it can be yours too. If you've ever felt like your light was dimming, if you've ever chosen survival over self, this episode was for you. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just waiting for the right season. Thank you for walking through mine. I'll see you next Saturday, right here in the garden.
Goodbye for now, friends.
Goodbye, everybody. See you all next time.
Thank you all for tuning in and see you all next time. This was unMASKing Cheri. Cheri out!